Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin and today I wanted to make another video talking about 10 more things to do instead of spending money, and they're ideas that I'm going to use myself as well, because I am on this mission over the summer to spend as little money as possible, and so far so good. My kids are at a summer scheme today, so that was paid for ages ago, so I don't have to pay anything now, and they love it. They absolutely love going, so they come home happy, and it gives me some headspace to get some of my own things done that I don't really feel I have time to do when they're here. But yeah, everything will be back to normal next week when they're back at home again. So yeah, I went for a walk with Potato, and I'll put some video clips in at the end of what it was like and what we discovered along the way, and it was really lovely weather this morning. It's clouded over now, but I'm inside having my caramel latte and I don't mind. I just had some vanilla soy yogurt with rhubarb from our garden on top of it that I'd stewed. It was really nice. I was starving after all the walking, and yeah, it felt good to eat something from our own garden. So I'm trying to attend to my plants more, and now I feel like we're kind of starting to reap the benefits of doing that, and my herbs have really spread. I've got mint and lemon verbena, and they've both kind of taken over, but the smell is amazing from them, and I want to make some of my own tea with them too. I need to remember to do that because I keep thinking about it and then forgetting. Yeah. Anyway, I will get round to the list. So number one is something I find really useful in general, just for my own mental health, and it is to brain dump. And you can do this in any way you want. You can do it on a piece of paper, or you can do it in the notes app on your phone. But basically you're just going to dump everything that is passing through your head, everything that's bothering you, everything you have on a to-do list that's running in your mind. And you're just kind of emptying all of the mental clutter out so that you can think clearly and decide what it is you actually want to do with your day. And it just gets out all of the negative thoughts as well, and anything that might be kind of an obstacle in you being productive or just having a pleasant day. Number two is to paint some jars. You can just save jars from sauces and things like that, or jams, and clean them well. Make sure you remove all of the sticky labels, and then just paint them. You can do it in a way where you will be able to keep it as a decorative piece and reuse it a lot, or you can just do it for the practice of painting, where if you're doing that you don't need to do as much prep work. I was watching a video earlier about how to make sure that the paint doesn't rub off the glass, and it said to use rubbing alcohol on it to get the rest of the residue from the label off, and then to use a spray primer and let it dry, then do a base coat of a white paint or something like that, let it dry, and then paint on top of it, and it won't budge then. But if you just want to do it for the fun of painting a random object, just work away and paint however you like. And then this leads me to number three, which is something I found them when I was looking into how to decorate jars and for it to not rub off. And I found a channel called Our Upcycled Life on YouTube, and it's just really inspiring, and I think it's a nice channel to watch if you want to do something peaceful and learn more about DIY and little projects you can do around the house, because I'm not good at that. I don't have natural skills in that area, but I find it interesting and peaceful sitting watching the videos of them upcycling things and just making their own versions of things, and their thrifted finds, and it's just a channel I thought I would recommend. Number four is to make a completely new recipe for dinner, because sometimes we can get in a rut and just end up making the same thing over and over again, and I do this too. And sometimes I sort of stick with things that I think my family are more likely to eat, but I just felt like experimenting this week. So when we were in the shop, I saw Polish sausage, which I bought, and I wasn't really sure at the time what I was going to do with it, but I just wanted to try it. And I ended up making a Polish pasta. It was so easy to make. It was just what did I even put in it? Tinned tomatoes, mixed herbs, garlic, salt and pepper, and I cut up the sausage, which was already cooked, and I just like cut it in chunks and threw it into the sauce, and then it like heated through in that, and then mixed it with pasta and cheese, and it was really nice, and my whole family liked it, and my kids like actually asked for more, which they never do with dinner, and it's not something I thought they would really like, and it was so simple to throw together, but it was just like a novelty and something now I will return to making because I know everybody loves it. Number 5 is to have a binge read party, and you can do this with several people, or you can just do it like with one friend or a family member, where you just bring over whatever book you really want to read, and you can create kind of like a party atmosphere in a way that's conducive to reading, like relaxing music in the background, candles lit, nice drinks, little like nibbles, and yeah, you can just sit with a friend and have like a companion while you read, and then you can kind of turn it into a competition as well, where you're like checking what stage they're at and what page they're on, and kind of motivating each other to read more. And I just think it would be a good way to get a lot of reading done, and just to have a bit of company while you do it, and it feels like supportive too. And yeah, I just think it's like an interesting thing to do, like something a bit different for a fun night with a friend. Number 6 is to go use a website like globalpenfriends.com to find a pen pal. These are pen pals for adults, and it's all safe, and basically like, I'm not sure the ins and outs of it, but basically it's supposed to be a safe way of finding a pen pal you don't know and writing each other like snail mail. And I actually really love this idea because I enjoy writing letters, and I kind of think it's a bit of a lost art. I've thought about doing this with people that I know, but I always feel a bit hesitant to ask in case they don't really want to and feel under pressure to say yes. But yeah, you can find somebody who maybe lives in a completely different place to you or has different life experiences, and just share them, and then you have something to look forward to too when you're waiting for their letter to arrive in the post. Number 7 is to explore the back roads in your area, because there's often little hidden gems that you can easily miss, and it might be somewhere that you just never think to go through, but there might be something hidden away there that you would really enjoy. Like, for example, the library that I love around the corner from our house, I never would have originally found it before we lived in this area unless someone had told me about it, because it wasn't well like promoted, and it's sort of in a building that you would just drive past and you wouldn't notice, and it's kind of just like, it looks unremarkable from outside, but actually it's an amazing resource, and I love going there. It's one of my favorite things in life, and I just think if you take the time to explore little back roads and things, you can find little surprises you didn't know were there. Like this morning on our walk, I came across a trail, like an interactive tree trail, and someone had planted all of these new different types of trees, and it was so that you could basically, well, it seemed kid friendly. You can complete questions as you go, and I'm going to take the girls back to do that. But if I hadn't wandered to this far side of the park that I would never have gone to ordinarily, I never would have come across that. And there's so many little free finds like that too. Number 8 is to make a house project list, because sometimes your head can kind of be swimming with all of the things you know you need to do, but you just don't know where to start. And I think just getting it out on paper is helpful, and you can work out what to prioritize then, and what things like you're able to do yourself, or what things you maybe need to hire someone to do, and you can work through it systematically then, instead of just like feeling overwhelmed by it, which I would often get the feeling of. Number 9 is to practice your handwriting, kind of like how you would as a kid. I used to always experiment with my handwriting when I was younger. I guess I just had more time on my hands and no phone or internet, so it was one of those things you did to pass the time, and I used to love trying out new styles of handwriting, and like you can always improve on your handwriting and find your own kind of distinctive way of writing. So it's just like a mindful and calm activity to do, and something to fill like some free time. And finally, number 10 is to do a 15-minute workout video, because I think 15 minutes is very easy to fit around other things in your life, and I do tend to do 15 to 20 minute yoga routines each evening because it's short enough that you won't always be interrupted if you've got kids, for example, and it doesn't feel like a huge commitment where I have to set aside so much time for it. I can just run up and do it for like 15 minutes and then get on with everything else. And I had a phase too of using the Pamela Reif workout videos. They're like dance, like aerobics, and I found them great because if you want like a really good workout just at home and without needing much space or any, like, you don't have to buy weights and things like that, like it was a really good way to get a good workout without any expense or like having to do anything to kind of accommodate it. So yeah, I hope you find these ideas helpful, and thank you so much for watching. I'm going to add in a few clips of our walk this morning so you can see the park that we've been walking in this week while my kids are at the summer scheme, because it's right beside the school that they're in, so it's given us the chance to just have like a change of scenery. And I'm still working my way through the doll factory, and I'm nearly finished. I'm really enjoying it, and for some reason, even though I've read it before and I don't even think it was that long ago, I cannot remember what happened in the end. And it's weird because if I've ever reread a book before, even if I think I've forgotten the storyline, when I get to a certain point in the book, it kind of clicks and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what happens in the end. And then it kind of, in a way, it spoils it because you're like, well, now I know what happens, so do I keep reading? And I've been waiting for that moment with this book because I know it was a fairly recent read, but it's not happening this time, so I guess I'm just gonna have to finish it again to reach that point. And someone asked me to share my crochet projects, and I don't feel like in any way that I am like a very advanced crocheter. Like I taught myself a couple of years ago, and I just like to follow different like tutorials, and this is one I made this week. It's like a little like hairband that you wear like this and tie around your head. I gave it to my daughter and reclaimed it because I found it lying on the floor in the car, so she doesn't look after stuff. It was a really quick one to do actually. This is another one I made for my daughter. It is a water bottle holder. It's got a long strap, and actually the strap is a wee bit long for her because I didn't really think about this at the time, but the weight of the water bottle kind of stretches it a bit, so it makes the strap long, so I might have to tie a knot at the top so she can use it. But it's handy for like if you're out and about and you want your water bottle with you but you don't want to have to carry it the whole time. So I'm making another one for my other daughter. And then this is just a granny square. I've been making loads of these. I've ordered more wool so I can do like alternating colours, and I'd really like to make a blanket with them. And then as well as that, my sister got me a crochet sushi kit for my birthday, so I've been working through that. So I've made some little sushi rolls, and they have actually been really easy and kind of there's something rewarding about making them, even though as I'm doing it I'm sitting thinking, what am I going to do with crocheted sushi when I'm finished? But it just feels nice to do, and I love crocheting when I'm watching TV. Like, I'm not very good at sitting still in one place for a long time without like having something to occupy my hands. I think I probably also have ADHD, and yeah, I find that having something that keeps my hands occupied, it helps me to sit for longer, and I can actually focus better on what I'm watching and listening to. So I have been watching House with my partner and crocheting all the time. And yeah, like I also really like to watch documentaries, so sometimes when he's in bed I will watch one and do some more crochet. I feel like all I've been doing recently really is crochet. Like, I haven't been making much time for writing or painting, or like I haven't been making YouTube videos as often, but I just basically spend all my time crocheting. I know I could be doing worse things. Anyway, my tripod keeps spitting my phone out at me for some reason. It's being weird today. So yeah, thanks for watching, and feel free to share any ideas or tips that you have below, and I will make another video soon. And don't forget to subscribe for more content.